Good morning. So good to see each and every one of you. And at this time, we'll turn it over to our very capable city clerk.
This is the pre-meeting of the Mobile City Council, Tuesday, May the 4th. We have approval of minutes from April 27th.
Great job as always. Thank you.
We have requests for a waiver of the noise ordinance on May 22nd from 6 to 11 p.m. on North Monterey Street. On May 22nd from 10 p.m. until 12 a.m. at the grounds. Yes.
Just a question on that one. It looks like it's only for 2 hours. Am I right on that? From like 10 p.m. till 12 a.m.?
Yes. Yes.
On the waivers that we do for Bragg Mitchell, don't we usually end those at like 11?
At,
Don't you usually?
at 10.
Now what?
It was 10, right? 10.
At 10?
At Bragg Mitchell, yes.
We end the noise waivers at 10 at Bragg Mitchell?
We can go up to 11. What time they have?
Well, this is at the grounds. They're just going from 10 p.m. until midnight. And I know
Oh,
a
no,
lot of-
I don't go to midnight.
I mean, I know it's at the grounds, but it also backs up to a lot of homes there. So I just didn't know if, you know, in other instances, we normally don't let them go until midnight, but I'll think about that. Since it's only for 2 hours.
On May 23rd, from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. on St. Michael's Street. May 14th, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the grounds. May the 8th, from 5 to 10 p.m. on Ridgemont Court. Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council. We have 2 people signed in, and one is Greg Foster. He is the new president of the Retired Firefighters Association, and he wants to introduce himself to the council. And Reggie Hill wants to address regarding Resolution 21308, 01309, 01310, 21319, and 6322. CIP resolutions held over. 21308, authorized contract with James Adams and Son Construction Company for 2019 CIP drainage Group F.
I would like to ask Ms. Kidd, do we have the DBEs for this? Okay, thank you.
Resolutions held over. 01309, authorized intergovernmental agreement with Mobile County for use of the Civic Center for court activity. 01310, authorized intergovernmental agreement with Mobile County regarding Africatown Heritage House.
Mr. President, I would like to see if we can probably just add all council members to this. I believe everybody on the council support this particular item as sponsor.
Yeah.
Absolutely no issue in my regard. If we could add all members of council to this particular item.
Yes, that'd be great.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, Mr. Vice President.
08311, approved purchase order to Gray Shift for mobile device forensic software annual licenses renewal. 08312, approved purchase order to Jerry Pate Turf and Irrigation for 2 club car utility vehicles. 08313, approved purchase order to Gray Bar Electric for 50 LED roadway luminaries. 08314, approved purchase order to Stevers Ford Lincoln for 3 Ford Explorer SUVs. 08315, approved purchase order to Stevers Ford Lincoln for 2 4x4 pickups. 08316, approved purchase orders to Davison Oil Company and Petroleum Traders Corporation for fuel for city vehicles. 08317, approved item-based bid for commercial kitchen equipment. 21318, authorized contract with Sanders Highland Corporation for Fire Station Number 6 bathrooms floor replacement. 21-319, authorized contract with Harris Contracting Services for Mardi Gras Park improvements.
Mr. President,
Mr. Richardson.
Ms. Kidd, I would like to ask you whether or not we have DBEs for this item.
What did he ask? Okay.
That information was in your last week's packet, and I believe they did have some participation on that particular one.
Okay, so you're saying there is a 15% DBE with his contract?
Can you come back to that one? Let me get that information.
I beg your pardon?
There was DBE participation on that one. I'm trying to pull up the form so that I can make
Okay,
sure that I
okay.
have everything.
Thank you.
Can we come back to that one at the end?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
21-320, authorized service contract with Morrow Contracting, doing business as Advanced Service Plus Plumbing Company for plumbing services at various city facilities. 21-321, authorized contract with E. Carnell Malone Corporation for History Museum of Mobile re-roofing.
I would like to start with this one. Ms. Kidd, do we have DBEs for this one? Yes. Okay.
Ordinance is being introduced for the first time, 01023, ordinance defining voting wards. Respectfully ask that we take this one up today.
Say again?
Just asking if we would take this one.
Which one is
Oh,
wards.
01023,
The voting
the ordinance.
Yep, no problem. I'll be in consent.
Consent resolutions being introduced, 63-322, 63-23, 324 are determined appropriations to Rossville Homeowners Association serves a public purpose and approved payment. WP Davidson High School, appropriation to WP Davidson High School serves a public purpose and approved payment. And appropriation to 3 Mile Creek Partnership serves a public purpose and approved payment. 37, 325, 326, 327 are recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a lounge retail liquor Class 1 license to Stray Cats Tavern on Halls Mill Road. Recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a retail beer table wine off-premises only license for Hop In Food Mart on Dolphin Island Parkway. And for issuance of a retail beer table wine off-premises only license for Benick Food Mart on Downtown Boulevard. 46-328, honorarily rename North Conception Street from Adams Street to Congress Street as Rennie Brabner Avenue. Resolutions being introduced for the first time, 08329, approved purchase order to Technical and Scientific Application, Inc. for 102 HP Elite desktop computers, $73,950. 08330, approved purchase order to Samsung Equipment for 2 Peterbilt garbage trucks, $678,408. 21331, authorized contract with Gorham Air Conditioning Company, Inc. for Mobile Sanger Theater mechanical upgrades, $1,675,000.
Can someone explain what's happening here?
That's a replacement of the air handling units. That's a replacement of the air handling units for the Sanger Theater. Effectively, everything except the chiller on the at the Sanger Theater. We've already procured the hardware. It was about a $600,000 roughly unit. This is for the labor and other materials to redo all the air conditioning system in the Sanger. As you recall, about 18 months ago, we had the system go down and it created almost $1 million worth of mold damage inside the Sanger. We remediated that So this is putting in the new system at this point.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
21332, authorized contract with A14 Government Corporation for municipal court docket and document management software, $173,500. 21333, authorized contract with Pyrotechnico for Independence Day fireworks display, $44,500.
Madam President, Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
could we ask the administration, or can I ask the administration, are there like big 4th of July plans? I mean, we got the fireworks here before us, today. Are there's any particular events that's going to happen? I know last year, unfortunately, we couldn't have it, but just was wondering, what is the plans for this year?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, so we are really doing same plans as happened in 2019, and looking for some creative ways to enhance it. So in the next 15 to 20 days, we'll have a full plan on what we're doing. So the Pops will be performing again, and we're looking at some other bands and activities to have down there.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be at Cooper Riverside again.
So you're saying next 15 days with more information will be?
Yeah, we
revealed?
have a full plan to
All right.
present.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me ask, this is about double what we generally spend, isn't it? That's great. I'm all for every penny of it.
Yes,
I
so
just-
we're trying
I
to
know
make it go
normally-
higher and longer.
Great. Because normally it's around 17,
Yes,
20, somewhere in there. Then you
yes.
get up and ask for people to sponsor. Some come, some don't. I think in the environment we're in and what we've just been through, this will be great for the community.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Can fireworks go higher?
Yes, I have learned a whole lot about fireworks. You can get some. So I think we normally get the 6-inch shells. We're going up to the 8-inch,
All right.
which goes higher. So if the Renaissance building, the hotel, the top, they will go at least 8 feet higher than the top of that.
Oh, wow. Good.
I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, two. One pertains, are they high enough that people can also be in Mardi Gras Park and see? Will they? do
So
you know?
Mardi Gras Park will be under construction most likely during
Oh,
that
so
time.
that won't be
So we
doable.
actually drove around the city last week trying to see where you can see it. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can see the point of the hotel, you will be able to see the fireworks. If you can't see above that, then you won't be able to see the fireworks.
It's not the RSA, but the Riverview.
The Riverview, yes, thank you.
And
Not that high yet.
and this is off subject, but while you're up here, the study, which when people went in to talk to you and to staff and the contractors that we hired to talk about the future and planning, do you have that document available?
Yes, and I'm working on, I apologize, I haven't gotten it to you yet. It
Okay.
is very large.
I hope everyone gets it.
And it's trying to figure out a way to get it to you. So is that printing it out, which it literally is probably about this thick, or we're trying to get it on with Map for Mobile on their site. And so then you can actually just click and go on it on your own.
Okay. And these are future endeavors on the different parks and in the rec centers?
It gave a recommendation on what they think we should do regarding our day-to-day and operations. And what I'm also going to provide with that is there was some work that was not done there. So like a strategic plan, there's a new mission and vision. And so we did that outside of that. That is added to that. That's not in that document that we need to share with you as well.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You're
Look
welcome.
Forward to that.
21334, authorized contract with Espalier LLC for Matthews Parkville A improvements, $46,955. 25335, accept 2 permanent sidewalk easements from the trustees of Fulton Road Baptist Church for Dolphin Island Parkway sidewalks. 60336, approve award of special bonus to the Parks and Recreation Department Employee of the Month, Eric Austin. Announcements.
No, we need to come back to the one that Ms. Kidd is going to report.
Mr. Richardson?
Yes, Ms. Kidd asked us to hold up.
Absolutely.
That's 21-319.
On this case coming up on page 25 of our packet, 20, correct myself, 24 of 30 of our packet. We keep going back to this, but it's in our packet. Now, I don't, everybody says right there, so I just want to make sure that the people watching don't think that this information is not being given to us. Because on page 24 of our packet, page 3 of 5 is subcontractor supplier plan. Analyze it by category, by amount. Just for the general knowledge. Thank you. That's good. Thank you.
Yes, we do have that participation.
Okay.
It's $177,000 in the supplier diversity plan, or subcontract supplier plan, and a contract of $1,055,000, that's 16% by our ordinance standards, 16 on this contract.
Mr. President,
Mr. Richardson?
I was only interested in DBE, default disadvantage. I'm not concerned about WBE, LLE, MME, or no other kind of E. DBE, disadvantaged contractors.
Disadvantage takes it down to about 10%. But that does not line up in any way with any ordinance or law. And so what we're here is arbitrary. And Mr. Richardson is welcome to that, to realize that this council is not required to apply any such standard.
Mr. President,
Mr. Daves?
anticipating we might have this discussion today, I asked the clerk to give me the ordinance. I'm going to read the ordinance so there can be absolutely no doubt what the ordinance says. All contracts or agreements entered into by the city or any entity thereof for any service of any kind, whether by bid or otherwise, including but not limited to professional services and bond issues, shall make every reasonable effort to require that the contractor, firm, or company to which any such contract is awarded must have at least 15% participation by socially and economically disadvantaged individuals, or the city shall make every reasonable effort to ensure that at least 15% of the total value of all such contracts or agreements described above shall be awarded to qualified contractors or professionals who are socially and economically disadvantaged. DBE does not appear one time in this ordinance. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President,
Thank you, Mr. Daves. Mr. Richardson?
it says socially disadvantaged. Disadvantage is the D. If it's missing the D, it's missing the rest of it. Should make every effort. That is, if they can't find a contractor to meet their needs, a disadvantaged contractor, then they need to get one that can. But I think there are 200 disadvantaged contractors on the city's list. We met last week to find out what percentage of all contracts in the city of Mobile went to disadvantaged contractors. City said, we don't know. We don't have that information. They could not provide us that information. Probably because the truth is, it's going to be far less than 15%. And if we try to go down this road, if we're trying to go down this, all we're trying to do is figure out a loophole to make sure that disadvantaged contractors do not get the 15% that the law said they ought to get. We ought to be rushing to make sure that all of the money we are spending was put there by taxpayers. and all the lawyers saying that everybody ought to benefit, not some, not one, but all ought to benefit, to make sure that these small disadvantaged contractors get a piece of the pie. We're going to reserve 15% for them. And we every week we try to figure out how we can ease somebody else in and not use them. I disagree. If it's not 15%, contract ought to be turned down. They're going to keep on coming to us with 9%, 8%, 1% until the council stand up and say, no, it's 15% or we'll bid it off to somebody else. We'll give it to somebody else. And we list who fits into that. Women, minorities, Native Americans, disabled military people. It's a list of who fits into this category. And we're saying we don't want them to have it. It seems to me that's what this council is saying. We keep trying to figure out how to get around that. I'm through, Mr. President.
Ms. Kidd, I guess I just have one question. On the items that are on this agenda today that meet the standard that we've set generally for the minority, for DB participation, in your estimation, the items that are on this agenda today have met the spirit of the ordinance that we are called to abide by? I understand it calls for a good faith effort, that you've got 220 different contractors, and I want to see us make as much progress in this regard as possible. And I believe we have. If you compare the time, particularly the time that I've been on, I can't speak for another time, to other periods of time, I think we've made dramatic progress. But my question for you as to the items that are on the agenda today, do they, in your estimation, fit the spirit of the ordinance in which we abide by?
There is only one that is still in question, and that will be the one for the air conditioning system at the Sanger Theater. We are still in negotiations with the contractor.
If given another week, do you think those negotiations would move the ball further down and we would be able to satisfy this good faith effort?
I will try.
That's all we can ask.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate your hard work and all of that you do to, it's a challenging position, I imagine, but you handle it with grace, and we appreciate that.
Excuse me, and that contract is a first read, correct? So
Yeah.
it will be
Right.
rested anyway. Okay.
Any announcements from Ms. Rich,
No, just
Mr.
looking
Davis?
forward to the meeting.
No, sir, looking forward
Ms.
to the meeting.
Gregory, Mr. John Charles Williams, Mr. Fred Richardson,
Nope.
Mr. Vice President?
No, sir.
I don't have any. Mr. Mayor? With hearing no announcements, we will see each other at 10:30.